Jeffrey, I mean, I thought the Democrats were going to move to the middle after the drubbing they got in 2024.
Yeah.
Seems like they're doubling down on the far extreme left. I mean, even the New York Times, definitely not conservative, independent, it's radical left. They say this guy's too crazy for the city of New York.
Yeah, and the Chicago Tribune put out a warning to New Yorkers, do not elect Mamdani. He's even worse than Brandon Johnson in Chicago. You remember what Chicago went through with Lori Lightfoot, and then they didn't learn their lesson. They elected someone even more radical than her. And reports say there are polls out there that say he has the lowest approval rating of any politician in the history of the United States. What does that tell you? And they sent out a warning to New York. Mamdani is worse than Brad Johnson. And my colleague is 100% right that this is not the way to go. And when you go to communist practices, which is government-owned groceries, government-owned means of production, that is so scarily close to communism. What's going to happen is, what people don't realize is New York is not just a typical city. New York is the economic and financial capital of the world. Businesses are going to be fleeing New York with the taxes and fees. And Jews are probably going to be fleeing New York because they're scared of his anti-Semitism. This is going to have wide-ranging effects, unlike Chicago, on the global market and the national market, in my opinion. Very scary.
Yeah, it's really concerning. And something Jeffrey touched on is that this guy ran on these communist practices. He actually wants government-funded grocery stores. He wants everything to be free. Jeffrey, could you just briefly break down how bad things might be if this guy were to become mayor?
In terms of the current governor, what she said last night was outrageous. She put out a message as if this person, Mamdani, was elected mayor. She said, I look forward to working with him over the next few days on how to make New York safer and better. That is despicable. That is not the words or language you use for someone who won less than half of the Democratic vote. So my point here really is that when you have a supposedly mainstream, middle-of-the-road Democrat, which Hochul purports to be, when she is normalizing a guy like Mamdani and actually welcoming him, that's how we get to this point. That's how we normalize the insanity to this point. And again, he supported globalizing Intifada. He said he would arrest Prime Minister Netanyahu if he steps foot in New York. This is an anti-Semite, a Marxist. You can't normalize this stuff. This is what happens when you do.
Betsy, Jeffrey, we got to leave it there. Thank you both so much.